All right, let's get into it. Today we're heading down to the Texas-Mexico borderlands, right into the heart of a sound that was born from dust, dance halls, and a whole lot of cultural pride. This is the story of Tejano music.
You know, this quote right here, it just nails it. Tejano isn't just a style of music. Nope. It's the live-in, breathing soundtrack for a people figuring out their lives between two different cultures. It's literally the sound of identity.
So what exactly is Tejano music? Well, think of it like the ultimate musical melting pot. You start with this really strong base of Mexican styles, right? Like norteño and corrido. Then you stir in a heavy dose of European folk music. And you top it all off with the sounds of American radio. A little rock, some blues, some pop. It's this amazing fusion that could only have happened in one place on Earth, Texas.
To really get this sound, we've got to go back, way back. Not to some fancy recording studio, but to the farm fields and the community dance halls of the late 1800s and early 1900s.
Just picture it for a second. It's the end of a long, hard day of work. You've got these different communities, and they're starting to share their traditions, their music. Mexican-American workers are hearing the sounds of German, Polish, and Czech settlers for the first time. And it's right there, in those moments of kicking back and celebrating together, that the first seeds of this brand new genre were planted.
So out of this cultural mashup comes something totally new. Mexican musicians heard that energetic two-step rhythm of the polka and saw the button accordion from their German neighbors and thought, hey, we can do something with that. They blended it with their own traditions, the storytelling of the corrido, the soul of la ranchera, and anchored it all with the guitar and the bajo sexto. The result? A whole new sound they called conjunto. And from there, the pioneers really started to shape it. In the 30s, a guy named Narciso Martinez comes along and basically makes the accordion the star of the show. A decade later, in the 40s, Valerio Longoria gives the music its voice. He's the first to actually add singing and lyrics. Then by the 50s, Isidro Lopez starts singing in Tex-Mex, a mix of English and Spanish that just perfectly captured the dual identity of the whole community.
Okay, let's jump forward a bit. We're rolling into the mid-20th century. American radio is absolutely booming, and all those new sounds coming through the speakers, well, they started seeping into the DNA of Tejano, and they sparked a revolution.
All of a sudden, this music wasn't just about polkas and corridos anymore. Not even close. It started soaking up everything. The swagger of rock and roll, the deep emotion of R&B and soul, the storytelling of country music and the blues, it was all fair game. This whole evolution created what became known as La Onda Chicana, the Chicano wave. It was a new generation of artists, led by legends like Little Joe, who built this bigger, almost orchestral sound. They were trading in the accordion for horn sections and synthesizers, and you better believe they were plugging in electric guitars. This was the sound of a new, proud Chicano identity. The writer Gloria Anzaldúa, she captured this feeling just perfectly. For a long time, there was this sense of shame around this music. But its power was just undeniable. It was this exhilarating sound of home, a rhythm you could feel deep in your bones, one that you just couldn't ignore. It was pride made audible.
And this massive wave of pride, it perfectly set the stage for Tejano's golden age in the 1980s and 90s. This is when one single artist would smash through every barrier and carry this border sound to the entire world.
And that really raises a huge question, right? How does a sound that is so deeply connected to one specific region go global? Well, the answer came in the form of one person, Selena.
What Selena did was genius. She took the absolute heart and soul of Tejano, and she fused it with the irresistible energy of mainstream American pop music. Her songs were 100% Tejano, but they had this universal appeal that just flew right over any language or cultural barrier. She wasn't just a singer, she was a cultural ambassador.
And her success? It was absolutely historic. She shattered ceilings, becoming the first female Tejano artist ever to win a Grammy. Her album, Ven Conmigo, went gold, another first for a woman in the genre. And then, Amor Prohibido just became a monster success, cementing her status forever as the undisputed queen of Tejano music. So, even though that golden age has passed, the beat of Tejano music is still very much alive. It continues to echo, not just in Texas, but all across the American musical landscape.
You know, today, Tejano isn't just one thing, and this slide breaks it down perfectly. You've still got the traditional conjunto sound, with that accordion right up front. Then you have the big band orchestra style that came out of the Chicano wave. And of course you have that modern, synth-heavy pop sound that artists like Selena and La Mafia made famous.
This chart really pulls our whole journey together, doesn't it? It started with its foundational roots in conjunto. Then, the music expanded and fused with American sounds during La Onda Chicana. And finally, it reached the whole world with modern pop Tejano. Each era just built right on top of the last one, creating this richer, more incredible sound.
Now look, it's true, you might not hear as much Tejano on mainstream radio these days. The industry, it's shifted. But its influence, that's undeniable. It lives on in Tex-Mex rock bands, and more importantly, it is still the cultural heartbeat for communities all across Texas and way beyond. It's the music you hear at weddings, at barbecues, at every family celebration.
And really, that brings us to the main takeaway here. The story of Tejano is this powerful reminder of how music tells the story of a people, their history, their struggles, their celebrations, their triumphs. So it kind of leaves us all with a question to think about. What does the music you love say about who you are and where you come from?